guys, Mickey here from the Hop Cartel. I'm going to do a bit of a review. The review in particular, or the beer in particular I should say, I'm going to review today is the Brewmanity Brewing Company's Tango and Splash Juicy Lager. Not the most lagerish weather, or good time of the year to consume a lager, good time to be brewing a lager in the cooler months, especially if you're in those cooler regions where temperatures have been quite cool. For those who don't have temp control, reasonably good weather to do a lager if you don't have those sorts of tools at hand. But anyway, Brewmanity Beer Company. So Brewmanity Brewing Company is more about they support motor neurone disease, or MND, and by purchasing these beers you are supporting the research and I guess money that goes towards this terrible disease. So it says on here, go to our website and check out how you're helping to take the beast that is motor neurone disease just by drinking this beer. My opinion, there's a lot of breweries out there doing things like this. There's a fair few around the world who are taking on helping out with some of these diseases and the research, and helping with financial initiatives towards those sorts of things, and Brewmanity in particular with the motor neurone disease. So it says this lager dances to the beat of its own drum. Out with early bittering hops and in with late additions, juicy hops, the Tango and Splash has a well-balanced malty start, punctuated by a fruity burst of flavour, all delivered with a crisp lager finish. It's all the things we love about lager with a splash of flavour. Let's tango. So without further ado, got that typical fruity lager, hoppy lager sort of aroma from the can. Just pouring into one of my fancy glasses I picked up from the op shop. Very, very busy carbonation going on there. Not a huge head. I don't expect a massive head from lager. Most that I've consumed, they don't really have that tight, compact, fluffy white head, and it does thin out to a slight lace once it settles down a bit. So the colour seems a bit hazy at the top, but looking at the bottom it's quite clear. You can see my fingers through that beer. The base of this glass being a lot thicker, it's warmer towards the bottom, a lot cooler towards the top. You can actually feel the difference in temperature. It's quite thin glass at the top of this and quite thick at the bottom. So I found that these glasses are really good. They hold the temperature quite well, providing you don't hold them in your hand too much, and and sort of thin it towards the top, you get that really crisp, cold start to the beer from the top of the glass. It smells pretty hoppy. As I say, not really suited to this time of the year, but I mean, if I'd just finished mowing the lawn, then this beer would be pretty good. It'd probably taste 10 times better than what it does, due to the fact that if it was warm and I was quite thirsty, it would go down quite well. It's quite a nice lager. Not as fruity as some of the hoppy lagers that I've had. I've had some really good hoppy lagers recently, and I don't know. I just find that the breweries are so far out of sequence with their beers. Some of them are releasing these beers coming into winter. And then they do tend to sit there on the shelf. It is 3 months old. No, longer. It was on special, though I expected it to probably have a little bit of a date on it. 3rd of the 12th, best before the 3rd of the 12th, 19. So yeah, it could have just as well have been brewed 12 months ago. 12 months ago, I should say. 3rd of the 12th, so it would be now, it's the 7th month. Yeah, quite 8 months ago. So that's not the freshest. Given that it's not that fresh, I probably can't give a really good review on it. It's not bad at all. .375ml can, 4.5% ABV, 1.3 standard drinks, for a good cause. I think it's the first Brewmanity beer that I've had, so in all fairness, having a bit of age about it, I can't exactly review it as best as I'd like, and I'd also like to return and review it, give it a fair review on a fresh can, and obviously in the warmer months. So in all fairness, probably not the fairest or the best review to give, given the age of the can. Anyway, Brewmanity Tango and Splash Juicy Lager. Cheers.